Hi, I'm Malcolm.
And I'm Rachel. We're two Canadians living on our 39-foot mainship trawler, living an adventure of a lifetime. We invite you to follow along as we travel 6,000 miles through Canadian and U.S. waterways around America's Great Loop. We're back on the boat.
Yeah, we're back and ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we're just getting ready. It's pretty windy today. We're just going to go a little way today to, where are we going?
Pretty much near Melbourne, just north of Melbourne.
And Anchorage, I guess it's near Melbourne, so shouldn't be too bad. But you can hear the wind behind us here. It's a little crazy.
It's really going. We're doing, apparently the gusts are around 30 knots, 60 kilometers an hour, which is, after the Bahamas, you kind of think of wind as, oh, well, it's not that windy, but we still got to drop the hook and still got to make sure we stick. So, but we've got to get moving. We got to put some, not a lot of miles, but every day we've got to put something in to make our way north. So it's if it was really bad and thunderstorming, we wouldn't go. But
just wind.
It's wind. So
a little bit of rain maybe.
And we're on the ICW, so it's not as though we have swell to worry about, which is our nemesis. We don't like swell.
All right, we're back on the loop.
On the loop.
Hope you guys are having a great day.
Good afternoon. This is a report from the bridge. We've been away for a couple of days, so we're just shaking off the cobwebs, getting ourselves underway. We're got some interesting weather conditions today. No rain, which is good. We have quite a bit of wind. There's lots of white caps facing us today on this trip or part of the ICW, which isn't uncomfortable. It's just surprising. It's so windy, and it'll make it a little interesting when we get to anchoring, just to make sure we're anchored in a protected spot. The other thing that's interesting today is the tide is going out, which in itself maybe not that interesting, but it's really taking quite a bit of speed off us today. So normally we're around 7.5 to 8, and today we're 6.5. So we're really fighting the tide the whole way. And we didn't have a lot of choice. It's a big tide today, and it's over most of the daylight hours. So we just thought, right, we got to make some miles, so off we went. We're running around 1800 RPM, which again is pretty standard for us. And everything so far, touch wood, is running well. So we're probably, I'm going to say, not quite halfway. We're probably a third of our way. And I think we'll probably be looking to drop that anchor around 6:30 today, which should be fine because the sunset doesn't happen until around 7:30, 7:20. So still giving ourselves lots of time to do all this in daylight hours. Anyway, that is the report from the bridge today.
progress today, considering we started around noon, and we knew we would have a bit of a shorter day today, and we've got 3 options for stopping, and that's just to see if we can get, as far as we can today. So it's a pretty uneventful day today. We're just going along, and there's some pretty high winds, and so far no rain, but it's pretty cloudy, and we're getting some spray across the front of the boat, so I'm not really able to go up the front and take a lot of images there at this moment. But nice to have these straight stretches. We can just kind of motor along and make some progress up the ICW. So far a good day, and we'll see exactly how far we get once we get there. But at least we know that the days are a bit longer. The sun sets, I think, around 7:30 now, so we have lots of time to have some leeway to get a little further if we choose to do that. Decided to stop at the second of our 3 anchorage options, and it's at a bridge on or with some northeast protection. We have a northeast wind overnight, and we found a spot where there's a few other boats, and that's where we're going to anchor. So we're just going to get the anchor ready, and Malcolm's getting ready to go off the main channel and head over to the anchorage. We've arrived at our final destination for today, which is at the Eau Gallie Causeway, just outside of Melbourne, Florida. And we've had some interesting weather. Today was windy, and just as we were coming to anchor, the sky opened and we had a little bit of a shower, and then the sun came out. So this must be a rainbow somewhere. I haven't seen one yet, but right now the sun is out, so it looks kind of pretty, but it's still very, very windy, and we're hoping that our anchor holds today. We tried a couple of locations here, and you do have to watch because it can get extremely shallow in parts, and there's a couple of sailboats here, so we wanted to make sure we weren't too close to anybody, and also lots of crab pots, so we didn't want to get tangled in any of that. So we're settled for now. You can kind of see the bridge kind of in the background there, and actually I'm not sure if you can. Yeah, you can kind of see the bridge in the background right there. And we're going to stay here for tonight and head out early tomorrow to keep going on the ICW. So we've arrived at our final destination for today, which is the Eau Gallie Causeway Bridge. We're just to one side, and it's right near Melbourne, Florida. It took us about just over 5 hours, about 33 nautical miles. A little longer because, why was that?
The tide seemed to be pushing us, so our overall speed was low. We pretty much ran around 6.5 to 7 all day, which will give us more time. So it took us much longer than, a fair amount longer than we expected. But we'll have to take that into account going forward. We may also have some growth on the bottom of the boat, which may be slowing us down a little bit, don't know. I'm not about to dive in this water to have a check, so we'll just leave that for now. Yeah. But it's extremely windy today. It's gusting around 31 knots, which is, I guess, around 35 miles an hour.
It's pushing against us too.
It is.
So it's not just the wind, water, it's the wind.
We're kind of tucked in here just beside the Causeway Bridge, so that the waves and the wind are broken up, so they can't get to us. So hopefully it'll be a relatively quiet night, and then we're back on the water again tomorrow.
Yep.